Last week, I made a video talking about ChilloutVR and how, at this point, it could give VRchat a run for its money. You guys tuned in and showed it the love it deserved. Thank you so much. I appreciate that truly. Please give this one a like too and subscribe if you haven't already. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Resonant VR. A lot of you were recommending that I try it. And one of you even said I should make a video on it. So here we are. Let's get into it. I was really excited to try this game. The amount of suggestions I got for it made it seem like this was going to be the next best thing since sliced bread. And when I finally made an account, loaded it up, I was starting to believe it. This was probably the only VR game, and I mean the only VR game that allowed you to adjust your movement settings before you even started.
Dude, yes, turn that shit on smooth, please.
Like, do you know how much I hate comfort turning? Almost as much as I hate looking for the setting to turn the shit off. You can bet your ass I was ecstatic when I can get it configured without having to dig through some settings. There were also a few other quality of life settings you could adjust then and there to get it out of the way. I don't know why other VR games haven't implemented this. It's so simple and it saves you a lot of stress, including a tutorial, because apparently they can't do that either. I'm like, come on. Resonant VR's tutorial teaches you everything too. How to move, how to fly, how to grab the sun, how to enlarge things, how to enlarge yourself. Like seriously, you can just grab the air and make yourself large or small. God, I love that feature. After I was done with the tutorial, I was ready to join a world, get some help, and mingle with the community. I went to the Worlds tab, found a space with some people in it, and realized I didn't even have an avatar. I was just a floating pair of hands and a head. This nice person told me that I could simply drag and drop my avatar file directly into Resonant.
So what you'll need to do is drag the model for your avatar into the game first. Just click and drag it and drop from the game window.
Which is a really cool feature, but unfortunately for me, I do not have an avatar file. But fortunately, they dropped an orb to a world where I could pick up an avatar to keep. Also, a little side note, you can create your own custom avatar in-game and edit just about everything about it. The only reason why I didn't entertain this awesome feature was because it would have taken up all my recording time. Now, up until this point, everything was smooth sailing. Nothing was apparently broken or buggy to the point where I didn't want to play. Everything was working fine, as intended. But that streak kind of sizzled out when I tried to get full body tracking to work. Unlike ChilloutVR and VRchat, FBT calibration in Resonant VR is a two-step process. As soon as you hit the calibration button, you get this little mannequin that shows you the calibration in real time. This could have been great if the mannequin was placed in front of you, not above your head, facing away from you for some reason. You also don't just T-pose and hit the triggers. You have to manually input your height in centimeters, adjust the calibration to the mannequin, and then calibrate with the actual avatar. That is all easier said than done. Believe me. Me and this person spent about 20 minutes fiddling with the shit to no avail. It's also worth mentioning that that is one of the people who stick around in the world to help noobs like me, and even they were getting annoyed. I assumed that they eventually got fed up because they ended up leaving without saying anything, and after that happened, I gave up as well. Full body tracking was just not worth the hassle, to be honest. I still am a little disappointed because I thought that was something they would have implemented a little easier. Nonetheless, I didn't let the janky FBT setup dissuade me. I kept playing the game as normal and was having a decent time, though I wish the UI was a little more simple to use. Most of the things you have access to in this game require you to fiddle around with the UI to save it for later or to alter its properties. So if you're smooth-brained like me, it's time to get some ridges on that bitch. But while we're still on the topic of UI and fiddling with things, I have to mention that you can import, I think, literally everything from Blender. That's what makes Resonant unique. It's not just a VR game you go to chill and talk to other people in, it's quite literally a VR sandbox. Not only can you directly import files from open source creation suites, you can also alter and create things whilst inside the game using those files. It's truly a playground for people who want to test the boundaries of their creativity. The possibilities are quite literally endless. But before you delve into it and start innovating, you should probably not have a Valve Index controller. I don't think they built the game to support that type of controller as much as it supports all the other ones. I was having a lot of trouble trying to hold on to stuff. I could grab things, but the slightest movement had them just slide right out of my palms. I know it's not my controllers, they're new, and they work with every other VR game that I play. I think the controllers that work best for Resonant are probably Quest controllers and the original Vive wands. If I had any set of those, the gripping problems would be non-existent. But that was my VR boots on the ground documentation of probably the most comprehensive sandbox on the market. There is little to no limitations to what you can create in Resonant. However, there is a big learning curve for this game if you haven't already noticed. It takes a bit of know-how to create and edit because, like I said, the UI is very complex. It gives you the freedom to do almost anything. If you're already acquainted with Blender, Unity, or any open source application, this should not be very complicated for you. In fact, this will probably be your favorite VR game. If you've already played it, please share your experience in the comments. It'll help the VR community as a whole understand Resonant even better. And again, please like and subscribe if you made it this far. By the way, I do not only play VR games, I play just about anything. So if you have a game you want me to talk about, please feel free to share that in the comments as well. And hopefully, I'll be talking to you later. Stay easy.